Hello traders, right, I'm going to spend a little while in this video trying to explain why I've added some indicators back. Well, primarily the dragon. Now I have Guy to thank for this. Thanks, Guy. I can totally appreciate what you said about the indicators sort of confusing things, because I've been in numerous rooms and numerous forex threads and forums and things like that where the mentor, the trading room I don't know, instructor kept changing things and adding things, and it is overwhelming and frustrating and annoying sometimes too. So I get what you're saying totally. I would never take offence to constructive comments, as it were. So but I have to thank you for this. It has reminded me of one of the most important things that I did actually tweet about over the weekend while trading XRP and ETH, Ethereum, because if you're new to what I do, you know I've only recently come across weekend trading with cryptos. Sorry, there's some of the alerts going. But getting to the point, the reason I added back the dragon is because I could spend months making videos about the 3-candle reversal and the relationship between multiple time frames of the 3-candle reversal. So, like, you know, you've got an H4 reversal, that you would have had an H1, and inside that you would have had M30, M15, M5, so on and so forth, and how to trade them. And I ought to say at this point, loads of the guys have, well, say loads, a number of guys that have embraced the 3CR have actually just seen the importance of the dragon, I think, instantly. So they know who they are. IK and Gabby and a few others on Twitter. Appreciate all your input too, guys, and everyone else who puts stuff online to share and encourage others. So the dragon simplifies the fractal nature of the markets. So if I can explain, at this point here we're on M5 and we would be over here on the left hand side, bearing in mind you can't see anything on the right hand side. So over here on the left, all you would do is draw your level looking for a potential. So let's say we're here, let's put a demarcation line in there, and you would say, okay, I'm looking for a breakout up there, providing we have the 3-candle reversal and everything agrees. Remember, you always must look at the higher time frames as well to see what's going on. And if we have a breakout below, the dragon rules are this part here, the Sonic R dragon that is, on Sonic DJ on Forex Factory, breakout below that level there and a pullback and then a continuation with the RSI momentum, that is a trigger to go short. Okay, so when those trades have taken place, you move, you know, like here, say for example, you've targeted this level here. Let's draw that on. There's the target. I always put my bands to take in account a recent resistance level as well, because that will often reverse price. It will come down to test resistance as support, which is done here, and then bounce. So always give yourself room to breathe, and remember to add the spread when you're taking shorts. Okay, that's important. So this move is over when this level is hit, and we are clearly inside a higher time frame trend. So what I was doing over the weekend was explaining that to people with multiple chart screenshots, and it's easy to explain on this chart now because it's historical. Obviously it's done. So if we move up to M15, everything will stay the same. You'll have all these levels on there. So move up to M15 and we can clearly see now we're below the dragon, which is what Sonic DJ says. We're below we've broken a recent resistance level, support acting as resistance rather, and if you move this across now, you can see that the whole move has moved into a new phase. Now, trying to explain that on 3CRs would take me a lifetime to get that to sink in, but when you look at them on the Dragon, it's instantly clear to see the Dragon has been breached. All we want is a decent pullback, where you can clearly see where the pullbacks happened, or pulled back to, should I say. That yellow band there. There's your support. That's the uptrend. It's pulled down. It's come back and tested it again. Clearly all of this stuff here. And then the Dragon has finally got broken here. And I remember taking this trade yesterday. I think it was 280 pips. Down to the next band of resistance and support. Okay? And that's why the Dragon simplifies 3 candle reversals. 3 candle reversals are absolutely, all of these lines, that's an upwards 3 candle reversal. Look what happens, pulls back, continues. Upwards 3 candle reversal, pullback continues. Upwards 3 candle reversal, pullback continues. You know, and then obviously we're getting toppy up here, but you know, how many of these do you need to see before you realise how well they work? What's going on there? So you know, upwards 3 candle reversal, little pullback, that was probably a long tailed like a wick going on there. Continuation, let's just have a look. Yeah, it was massive wick there, that red bar in the middle there. So you know, you get a second nature for what's going on here. But most importantly, as you move through the time frames, and we can go up another time frame to the 30-minute now, and you can now see that was the original pop below the 15-minute, that was the original pop below the 5-minute, and this is now a new pop below the 30-minute. At which point yesterday I said I wouldn't be wanting to go short at any point here, because we have a ton of resistance and support below us. Tons of it. All of this lot. So, and you can see what's happened. We now have a massive range in play. So hopefully, Guy, that explains, and other people, you understand now the importance of the Dragon as a visual aid par excellence. I mean, there's loads of different bands. These are 34 MAs. If you haven't got it on your particular trading station, as it were, trading software, all you need is the 34 EMA, high, low, 3 bands, 3 EMAs, all on the same chart, and the close. And that acts exactly the same. I've made a video about that, I'm sure. So we've got that. We're now in the 30-minute phase. We now can clearly see, and there's one last point I want to add to this, we can clearly see the breakout level, if you like. Actually, there's a couple of points I ought to make in this one, sort of related. And there's a breakout there, continued from that original level, target level in fact, on the 15-minute trade. Target hit as well. So now we've got another massive range going on XRP, Ripple, and the reason I wanted to highlight here, the thing I wanted to highlight is make sure you have a good angle on the Dragon. This Dragon's flat, the band is flat, no angle at all. So on this instance, I would want to see a breakout, a really strong breakout of that level, and I would set my alert up there. And this other point about the Dragon is it's almost self-fulfilling. So, oops, why didn't that alert set? I didn't set okay, did I? Oh, it's sorry, it's something to do with my chart settings. I'll sort that out later. Anyway, I would set an alert here before it gets to the top, telling me to get prepared. But remember, 30-minute trades take ages to fulfill, maybe hours, because a 30-minute bar may poke up there, then pull back, then another 30-minute bar and pull back, then another 30-minute bar, and then, you know, once you're you know, you've had 5 or 6 bars for the pullback and then the initial and then the bust up with momentum, that's when you're ready to go. That's why you don't want to get faked into flat dragons. By the time you get up here, the dragon will be back in a nice curve, and then it's already gone into an H1, potentially H4 phase. So and then, you know, pullback, continuation. And the same goes for the short. You wouldn't really want to get involved until you'd broken down below this level, because then the dragon will have a fantastic angle, that self-fulfilling thing I was talking about. The RSI would have come down, remember, on the higher time frames, because look at the chop you would have had to suffer if you'd have been trying to play this on the lower time frames. That's why, again, the dragon is so useful, because you've gone through the 5-minute, you know that. You've gone through the 15-minute, you know that was there. You've gone through the 30-minute, and that one sort of failed. So we really are in the hourly phase now. And if you look at the hourly, we're just breaking below the dragon. How easy is that to see what phase of the trading situation we're in? And what this offers you is multiple trades because of the dragon, and the ability to see whereabouts you are. How difficult would that be if you were relying on 3CRs? Believe me, I've done it. I know 3CRs inside out because I invented them, as it were, or it was the strategy that you can't ever say you've invented something, but it's a strategy you've built. So I've just moved that up now. So that's another thing. See how that level there has been superseded by H1, and you can actually increase or lift your entry level, because all you've got to close is below that one. The higher time frame always leads the way. So many things I've learned or taught myself and I forget to mention. So thanks to Guy, thank you Guy, this has inspired me to or reminded me that I needed to make this video. So that is why the dragon is such a powerful tool, visual aid. And once again, you know, breaking through this lot is not a good idea, because you're trading straight into a support level that has failed to be broken and forced price up. In other words, the buyers are in control. You must get below the buyers level where they might take over control again. That's the simple fact of that. So that's the dragon. I've forgotten the point I was going to mention about the dragon now because I got distracted, but that's the importance of the dragon for the simplicity. So anyway, I hope that's had some value for you. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment on YouTube. It's always nice to see comments as well. And thank you for participating, guys, and thank you, Guy. Take care.